Well, I'm about to head out the door and go to work and knock out some newspapers. Today is the free newspaper day, and I just got done watching a video of Iron Ball. Shout outs to you out there, Iron Ball. And like I said, when I first made that first video, uh, Midtown and men's right activists, rest in peace. I've got a lot of butthurt ass idiots. And I think it came from the white Midtown. And I'm just going to come out and say this, man, but a lot of you white men have no business even being in Midtown. Now, you would think, and like I said, if it does not apply to you, let it fly. You would think that you would look at the black community and say to yourself, well, we don't want that to affect our community. Well, guess what? It has affected your community. You guys will just not acknowledge that, and that's the problem. Now, technically, I don't care if you don't have to talk about black issues in your videos. And don't think for one second that the Midtown community is, how should I say the word? That there is some racist in the Midtown community. So don't be fooled by this, because it really is. If as long as it does not affect your community, then that's just reality. Because obviously, to me, you don't think that these cops are going to sit there and slam your ass down? Think again. You don't think these cops are going to use misconduct to beat the crap out of you? You better think again. And this is why you have these policies that have not only detrimented the black community, but also affects yours. And I can also see why that your women have no respect for you. Sure, they'll date you. Sure, they'll deal with you because you got resources. But then after a while, like the Black Widow, they discard you real quick. So, and a lot of you white men, y'all can sit there and comment on this video all you want. And before, back in the past, I used to sit there and I used to argue back and forth with black women, but I'm not going to do that no more, because now it's gotten to the point where I'm not going to argue back and forth. You can sit there and call me names. I'm not going to argue back and forth with you. That's just reality. And like I said, shout outs to GW and Tito the Fresh, and they warned men like myself. They warned me about this. So technically speaking, it's like this. You know, y'all can sit there and y'all can have that tag of Midtown. You can have it. Technically, I don't even care about it no more. I'm just going to live my life the way it is. And if you happen to dominate that tag of the other tags, is red pill and all that stuff, y'all can have that too. Like I said, I'm just going to live my life the way I need to live it. And it just comes down to, hey, it just comes down to, hey, the respect level. And I don't blame some black men giving you the wall of silence. And that's just really the reality of it. Because now it's gotten to the point where, let's face it, we got this economic and stuff, and we're no different from African animals. We're no different. Because there's too much of this system that has been set up to destroy. So if you white men really want to do something about it, hey, let's face the facts. You guys got all this stuff at your disposal. Why don't you do some of the intellectual lifting? But some of you guys that sit up here and want to comment some of these black men for telling the truth, guess what? You can sit there and argue and try to argue your argument all you want and say you've won. But in reality, you just made yourself look like an idiot. Okay? And this is not about hatred or nothing. Technically, this is why you go back in history and why Black Wall Street and all the rest of these black businesses were destroyed. Because a lot of you guys didn't want to see black people prosper. And that's just reality. Now, I'm not going to use the slavery mentality, but think about it, man, for a second. Some of you guys are just flat out disingenuous as hell. So like I said, keep arguing, Keep doing whatever the hell you're doing. I'm just going to live my life the way I need to live it right now. And I'm just going to take one piece in whatever footsteps I need to do. And like I said, you come at me with your bullshit, I'm giving you the wall of silence because I'm not going to sit there and argue back and forth with you. And like I said, and another thing that you guys will not address, and that is this police misconduct. You guys won't address that. And don't think that has not affected your neighborhood. In fact, I seen a situation on Facebook one time where you had a cop choking a white man until he was dead. And a lot of you guys will sit there and worship these cops, and you won't call them out for their hypocrisy. This is sad. This is really sad. I mean, I'm not here to hate cops, but you guys want to go ahead and worship cops, I mean, that's fine. That is fine. But like I said before, I mean, don't think these policies have not affected your neighborhoods as well, because it really has. And don't think the cops are going to come out there and whip your ass, because they will do it with no hesitation. So all you white men, y'all can sit there and argue all you want. I mean, if you can sit there and build communities and stuff and try to keep certain ethnic groups of coming in here, then hey, y'all can sit there and do the intellectual lifting, but you don't want to do that. So with that, hey, this is Carl Mitchell signing off. And like I said, you can argue with me all you want. It is right there in front of your faces. And like I said, if it does not apply to you guys, hey, let it fly. But if you're going to get butthurt, hey, I'm not responding to you. It's that simple. And I'm out.